Okay. I don't think I've played this game on stream in quite a while. I'm pretty sure I've played this game on stream like 4, maybe-ish years ago, about 4 years ago, maybe a little earlier or later than that, I don't, roughly around that range, but I think that's just fine, you know? Alright, let's just keep that at a very respectable volume. Let's swap over to here. The guy should show up. He better. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's the me. I don't know. I don't got much else to say on that one. Alright. Trying to just clear this board. Pretty sure completion. I have no idea. Hey, loser. Haha, let's see here. I want that one. I want that one. I like the idea of a weapon on that one. Let's see. This one must be revealed. Yeah, we can get that, can't we? Lurk from the shadows and in call. Nice. Yeah, we can afford that. Oh man, 15,000. My god. Okay, so we need to just use the harp, I think. Wait a second. Oh yeah, my mistake. I was overthinking that for a second. Thought maybe I was gonna be unlocking things and finding enemies, but no, it's just this. It's just this, I hope. Yep, enemies have appeared. Alright, limited to the little man. Alright, everything should go wonderfully. Right! Badge market. And got some room for that. Alright, let's get the apothecary. Yeah. No. I mean, sure, why not? I actually haven't been on this game in a minute. I have very clearly been playing this game in the meantime. Just when I've been free. I clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, it's whatever. So everything should go well. Yeah. I like this one more. Yeah, that one should be just fine. Wonderful. Good on me. So if I've got this right... My voice is dying. I don't think I've drank enough water. Alright. There we are. Oh, look at the little man run. Why do you look like that? Alright, sick. Moving on, there's something this way. I did defeat that Dynalphos. Okay. Things are up north. Nifty. You know, I've been really back on a bit of my Sega Nintendo shit, and I've been loving it. Like, I feel like most people could probably guess the obvious. I've been playing a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of different Sonic games. Primarily, obviously, good old Sonic Shadow Generations, and that's been very nice. But I've also gone back into a bit of my childhood for something phenomenal. I've been feeling great. It's been a wonderful adventure to go back to specifically Sonic Rush, because Sonic Rush is just so much fun. I really like what that game has and what it adds to the Sonic formula. Like, the trick system is so much fun. Just every ramp and spring, you just get to jump up and kick some crazy amount of ass. And the boost formula is awesome. Getting boost specifically from doing tricks and doing cool things is so much fun. I can't tell you just how awesome that is. Also, I just remembered something. That's terrible. I'm so sorry about that, loser. Wait. Should I stay unmuted in here or nah? We'll get the answer to that question in a little bit. Don't mind listening from call? Alright, sounds good. Plus, it does keep things more in real time. Yeah. It's all good. But yeah, the Sonic Rush formula is so cool. Sonic Rush is so nice. I want to go back to Sonic Advanced as well. Because I remember that game also pretty heavily. Like, anything DS era Sonic related, I remember very fondly. Like, I know for a fact I've got way more nostalgia for Sonic games than I ever had Mario games. Like, the only ones that I think, in the Mario respect, that really stood out to me as, like, just Mario games, would probably pretty easily be Mario Galaxy 1. I remember not actually ever finishing Mario Galaxy 2. Like, as a kid, it just wasn't as enthralling to me. Like, I think it came down to the overworld. The overworld was just so much less engaging. Meanwhile, Mario Galaxy 1 was just so nice to explore and run around in. And it was so nice. So beautiful. Such a pretty environment. Helped that the you know, like, the 7-foot woman was there too. That was very enticing to stick around with, instead of, like, the fat Luma. I don't mean to be rude to it, but just, I mean, come on. Alright, it's one of these trees. Alright, let's see here. Which one of them? Yep, it's that one. Gotcha. Sick. Alright, go in there. Limited to just Tetra, that's fine. I can work with that. However, I will be working with something a little stronger than that, at least. Just a little bit. Wait, which one are you? I didn't actually look. Water. Okay, so I ain't got nothing for that. Not even a little bit. Awesome. Alright, going in again. Ah, screw it. We'll just gun it. Yeah. That's a good idea. Okay, that's nice. Oh my god. She missed for a second. I was very worried. Okay. Don't tell me I've got to gun it over there already. But yeah, when it comes to, like, anything Mario related, I think for the most part, Mario related stuff just does not click for me as much. Because to me, Mario games are games that you play progressively over the course of, like, a couple weeks. But I love to binge games, like, super heavily. Like, I love just diving into a game and not leaving its side for, like, a solid entire couple days. Like, it's the only thing I'm doing in that period. It's so nice. I think Sonic games are really good for that. Like, so many of them, you can, like, beat in a day if you really tried. Like, hell, I beat Shadow Generations in, like, 2 sessions. It was wonderful. I loved it. And I know, like, a good chunk of people aren't too happy about things like that. Like, when you can beat a game super quickly, a lot of people generally have a poor opinion of that. Like, oh, I paid $50 to do something for a day. And, like, to me, I know, like, not everyone, like, thinks about video games anywhere near to the same extent as, like, real life activities. But I feel like most people, like, they pay a solid $100 on, like, a trip to an amusement park. And they don't... I feel like most people don't regret that decision. Like, they get there solid, like, 1 p.m., chill out the entire day, ride a bunch of rides, eat some food, spend more money. And then they come out of that experience going, yeah, that was a worthwhile bit of my time. And to me, I agree. But then when it's like the exact same thing, but it's virtual, it's just not really looked that way, despite the fact that both of them are exclusively for entertainment and lightly socializing. And despite getting like that exact same thing out of that, they don't really value it anywhere near as much. And I can, to an extent, see why, but I just kind of struggle very heavily with that, because I know it's virtual, I get it, it's not real, it's not actual, like, experiences, but the feelings were there. It was real to me. Like, I love video games. But damn, dude. I don't get other people sometimes. It confuses me. A lot. Oh, I shouldn't be here. I should leave. Yeah, I don't want my keep to fall. Like, when it comes to virtual stuff, I understand it not having anywhere near as much of an impact. But I guess to me, it's more of a negative positive thing to me. Where I value positive things exclusively much more than negative things. So when it feels like when I get like a bad experience with something, I don't really devalue the good as much, but I feel like the same doesn't apply for other people. Like, I feel like something like real life happens, like, oh, this is a super long, boring, tedious line where I'm doing nothing, like waiting for a ride to actually, like, you know, accept us. And you'll be there for a solid hour waiting in line. But that's not a wasted time. You got the experience you wanted. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me that doesn't apply the other way around as well. Like, granted, for a video game, you don't have to have those, like, hour-long wait times, and most games typically don't, unless you're Sonic 06. But it's weird, you know? Like, I don't get it. Like, video games don't have those wait times to anywhere near the same extent, but typically they're active for basically just as long, and yet typically they're valued much lesser. And upon revisiting of, like, a lot of my favorite DS era Sonic games, I've just been having so much fun. It took me, like, I don't know, maybe 4 straight hours to fully beat Sonic Rush 1, and then it took probably I've probably only like a good hour and a half into Sonic Rush Adventure, and I've still just been loving it. I've been loving every bit of that time. It's been so nice just playing through them. Going down like this big nostalgia trip has been really, really cool. Especially now that I'm actually, like, good at some games. Like, actually being good at some games has completely changed my experience with a lot of, like, these games I've gone back to. Because, like, I don't think I've had, like, much natural talent for video games. But now that I have, like, actual developed skill in video games, I feel so good. I feel untouchable, and it's, ooh, been so nice. Like, I've never excelled at any specific game, so going back to these games that I used to, like, struggle with, now that I'm actually good at shit, oh, It feels so good. It feels so nice. I am in love with this, this experience. It's been so nice. I just can't state that enough. It's been wonderful. Truly. Absolutely magnificent. And oh god, do I have to fight in here? I guess so. Shit. Alright, this'll do something, I'm sure. Okay, I've got a magic refill over there. That'll be nice. Okay, hopefully... Yeah, this'll guard break and I'll be able to keep laying it... Oh no. It didn't guard break. Stance break. That one. Okay. This'll go fine. Apparently I should have saved the fairy for it here. That's not very cool. Yes! Push her out! Don't let her breathe! Okay, cool. This'll be good. Oh, does she just not stance break? That's so whack! Okay. Well, she hasn't done a move like that in a... Oh, well, never mind. There we are. That should hit pretty hard. Oh my god, it did not. Wow. No. In peril? From what? The big guys are dead! Come on, Lana. Let me go back to talking about Sonic Rush. Let me do it. I know it's not the same company. I don't care. Yes. That should kill, right? You're not dead yet? Finally. There we are. Okay, cool. We gunned her down in the streets. Good. Finally. The waifu is dead. Alright. But yeah, I love Sonic Rush. And going back to like these old games has been so much fun. It's been so nice. Just, ooh, one very, very satisfying experience. Just experiencing them, so much fun. Okay, this is digging mid-straight. Wait. No, I know what this is. I just don't remember. There you are. This should be it, right? It's been a while, but I think I still got it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What can I say? Oh, wait, actually. Oh, come here, buddy. Oh, yes. I almost want to do this. But I kind of just want to... I just kind of want to let it rip a little bit. I think I should let it rip. Yeah, I'm gonna. Ooh, and we can do this. So, you come here. No, not you. That one. Yeah. Yep. Alright. But yeah, when it comes to Sonic Rush stuff, love the games. Love both of them. It's probably my favorite duology that I can think of that isn't Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like, it's just so much fun. Oh, they're already gone. Oh, I'm sorry. I was desecrating a corpse for a second there. My bad. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're... This is great. Like, I really... You know, I'm just gonna talk about game mechanics of Sonic Rush now. I love the game. It's so much fun. The trick system is so well implemented. It makes you just constantly mash buttons, and every sound effect feels so nice. It's all so wonderful. Just the ability to get into a level and instantly, like almost off the jump. Well, actually, no. Yeah, not almost. But just legitimately, off start, being able to start doing trick system stuff. Starting to fill that gauge to just start boosting around the entire level is so much fun. I think no matter how much I like Sonic Generations and how much I do typically call it the best Sonic game, like as an overall package, I can't stress how much more of my favorite game Sonic Rush actually is for like the Sonic series. Like, it suffers from about the same kind of thing as other Sonic games. Where, yeah, it doesn't feel that long, but that's a good complaint to have, man. The complaint being, I wish it was longer, that just means it was that good. Like, sure, it does represent a bit of the game being too short, and that's understandable. I get that. I understand. I relate to that. I feel that. I want another 20 levels of Sonic Rush in creative new environments, displaying the different Sonic world. I want to see more of Blaze the Cat tearing it up through levels. I want that. I'm with you. I am an ally in this adventure. Trust me. I want more Sonic Adventure. Not Sonic Adventure, my bad. Sorry. Well, I guess that too. I would like to actually play it though, you know. But Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure is so much fun. Like, Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure just, ooh, in my brain can't be beat. Those two are the Sonic games to a dumbass like me. I just don't see how it can be beat either. It's just so fast, it's so fluid, it engages you with the combat and the parkour system, the trick system, almost immediately. And I feel so convinced of its quality every time I see it. Like, I never believe, even one time, that the game isn't one of my favorites. Ooh. Like, I know it's annoying to have someone, like, separate what they believe is objective and what they believe is subjective. But I'm one of those dumbasses that will try his best to have it both ways. Because I will absolutely, very confidently say that in terms of gameplay, Sonic Generations is easily the most consistent. Like, the 2D Sonic segments are definitely the least amount of fun in Generations, but it's always still consistently fun nonetheless. And when you get, like, the actual, like, modern-day Sonic stuff, it is consistently good. It doesn't reach the same highs that Sonic Unleashed gets, and it's not as experimental as Black Knight. But it is still consistently good, and that's kind of like, I know it's safe, it is, but damn it, man, it's just consistently good. Like, that's the best I can say when it comes to Sonic Generations. I think Colors is like another one that's really high for me. I wish its definitive edition was a bit more definitive, but at the end of the day, I can't really complain because I didn't even buy it. Like, No matter how much I look at the game, I still haven't played it for myself yet, because I heard bad things. So, you know, I don't have one way to really look at it over another. To me, it's still just Sonic colors with Vaseline on it. Like, that's really all. That's all I got. And I am really hopeful for, like, the next years of Sonic stuff. And I've been thinking, like, in my head, primarily... I guess I even said it a couple times while recording and streaming and all that. But I am so upset that we never got a Sonic Generations 2, you know? But I guess we kinda got that with the handheld version showing off a bunch of new levels and all that, but like, you know, it's not pretty. It didn't actually turn out the best way. I remember having it and just not liking it anywhere near as much as the actual big boy, you know? The main console release. But that's to be expected when it comes to a handheld. You know, ironic from the guy whose favorite Sonic game is Sonic Rush. But, you know, don't worry about it. Just don't think about it too much. And I really came to the conclusion after thinking about the idea of a Sonic Generations 2, where it dawned on me that, yes, they shouldn't do another one. Because the new games that came out after Generations was a bunch of Sonic Boom, Sonic Forces, and a bunch of other ones that are still not worth mentioning. And I'm sure, like, the developers did what they could with it. It just was not salvageable of a game, you know? Like, those games were not good. And I don't think I have to fear anyone arguing on that. But man, would I kill for, like, some kind of a mix between, like, I don't know, if it was a Generations 2, and I get to show off pure, unfiltered bias, I would love to see a Sonic Rush style classic Sonic, and then a bunch of modern Sonics would be all like Sonic Unleashed Day stages. I think that sounds like so much fun. Like, to me, that just feels like what it should be, you know? Yeah, we're ending this with the mask on. The mask stays on during the mission. Awesome. But legitimately, I really love Sonic Rush, and Generations is definitely the best Sonic game in my eyes. But, oh buddy, what I wouldn't do to call, like, a Sonic Rush game the best one, which is why I want the series to come back so bad. I really hope that we eventually do. And I've just been debating in my head, especially after, like, replaying Sonic Rush 1 and playing a good chunk of Sonic Rush Adventure again. I've been really debating if maybe I should just start calling Sonic Rush just the best one. And, like, that feels wrong to me, because I try and stay annoyingly objective. But at the same time, I wonder if I'm doing that thing where I think me putting objectivity as the forefront is actually just me taking away from my actual, like, best game, you know? Like, in my attempt to be unbiased and purely objective, I end up throwing away a good chunk of objectivity for the sake of not trying to sound biased. Like, I feel like it could also be that, but, You know? I do really love the Sonic Rush games. They're so much fun. It's just the trick system, honestly. The trick systems keep me going. Like, trick systems. It's easily my favorite part of Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure. Because it just feels so congratulatory, you know? It feels like I did do a great job. Yeah, I did earn those 3,000 points for mashing the A button. That was all me. I did that. Oh, man. It feels weird that I'm not playing those two games while I'm talking about them. But you know what? That's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll do that some other time when we'll be talking about Hyrule Warriors. Like, I love the Rush games. They're so much fun. And I hope they eventually make a comeback. I know I played the fan-made Sonic Rush 3D, but my fill hasn't been satiated. I am a greedy little bitch, and I want it. You don't get how much I want a new Sonic Rush game. I want a new duology today. I want it now. I want it to be released in half a minute. God. Like, I was a Sonic fan much more than I ever was a Mario fan. But I had to get away from Sonic in the 2010 era. Like, the 2010 era was not a healthy time to be a Sonic fan. It really wasn't. Like, 2010 Sonic fan era was... It wasn't good. Like, being a Sonic fan in that era... It was nothing but suffering. Really nothing else. There is so many different explosions happening, and I'm very afraid. There we are. Goodbye. Alright, so mission successful. Oh, you know what hurt me even more in like the 2010 Sonic era? Oh, when Sonic Boom, I forget which one, which of the Boom games got it. But when they started getting Nintendo collabs, like when they got a Skyward Sword collab, oh my god, I was so tempted to hop on that game so fast, but I kept myself from it. I had to. That was probably like the saddest thing ever. Like in the worst era for Sonic, they had a Zelda collab, and I got to see my boy on his loft wing again, and oh man. I would love to go back to that era if the games were good. If the games were good, I'd love to be there. But they aren't, so I'm staying very far away from them. Oh man. I want it. I want it though. I want that collab to come back sometime, somehow. And if they do, I will be nothing but happy. Oh man. Could you imagine? I can. I want to. But I can't. I just can't. Because it'd be like lying to myself, you know? Like, no matter how much I want... Oh my god! We're restarting. Okay, we're gonna take the other route then. Yeah, let's do that. Don't you dare be in the way. Okay, good. Stay away from me. Like, what kind of collabs would you guys, like, really love to see in more games? Because I know I'd love to just see, like, Sony be smart and, like, actually give us games, you know? I would love that. Like, I make losers sad all the time by bringing up what they could have made with, like, their budget for Concord. And it really gets to her, you know? Like, bringing up their $400 million budget for Concord, and then doing, like, a theory craft of, like, what Little Big Planet might have cost, and then realizing that it was probably, like, Concord's budget was probably, like, 5 times that, 4 times that, minimum. Like, I'm kind of, like, on my shit with, I kind of believe that Little Big Planet's budgets have, like, always been around, say, roughly the, like, the 50 to 60 mil range. You know? Like, that's kind of where I would want to pick what I believe a game like Little Big Planet would do. But at the same time, I think it's, like, a AA studio. So I'm not too sure they'd even get that much. I'm kind of in that ballpark of, I think the max is 50 to 60 mil. But I think I'd much rather my bets be around 30, no, 20 to 30 million, you know? Like, a real respectable kind of budget, you know? Are they dead? I can't tell. They're definitely dead now. Like, I do think that has to be where the Little Big Planet 2 budget is, right? Well, not just specifically 2, but, like, you know, average of all 3. I imagine 3 got the biggest budget just because, oh, yeah, it's the 3rd one. It's our biggest one. I imagine they probably did have more money in the 3rd. But I feel like that's probably where they dump, like, the 50 to 60 mil. Meanwhile, the first 2 probably, like, got a slow increase, like maybe an incremental type thing. And this is me kind of calculating for inflation, so back then it'd probably be a solid 50% less in terms of total number amount. Oh, man. Oh, I don't have any digging mitts? Oh. No, wait, before I do that, I should get the digging mitts and take that one out of the equation just in case it shows me exactly that. Oh, that'd be terrible. I'd be so sad. Yes, I'm aware. There we are. Unlock new reward. Yep. Alright, whose gravestone are we pushing? You. I would have never guessed you. Oh, hey, Dampa. Nothing happened. Do we blow it up? What? Oh, that's funky. Butterflies. Huh. I don't know what that could be. Okay, well, I mean, there's 2 things to find. What other items could I find, actually? I don't even know. What other 2 items are there? Hold on. I have all those. Yeah, I have all that, but... Did I mess something up? I might have. You know what? Screw it. Dump the entire thing on there. Set it on fire. Alright, shoot it with an arrow. Play it a suck. Okay, what? Okay, it took a lot. It took a lot, and it straight up didn't allow me to do some things. Fair enough, but like, weird? Wasn't exactly expecting it to not do anything at all. Alright, let's see here. What can I do? What can I do? Oh, hell yeah. We want that. Alright, nifty. Training dojo. Nah, we're fine as is, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's just keep that one up. Why not? Yeah, why not? Oh no, poor Zant. Oh, the bastard. He had an entire build-up to him. And it just didn't work out. The man so sadly didn't get to stay the main villain after he was the main villain for the entire game. The man was the star right until the end. And sadly, it wasn't a Girahim thing where they were building up to it the entire time, but rather it was simply just what had happened. Oh, poor bastard. Granted, to a degree, I guess that's just kind of karma, really. The man did somewhat deserve to just have that stolen from him, but I don't think we deserved that being stolen from us. Oh, buddy. Come on now. There we are. Oh, this feels like it's going to be a long mission. Ow. Okay. You know what? Screw you. I gotta leave this arena. Be gone. I wish for your cruelest of deaths to befall you. Right, back up here I go. Yeah. Zan got so played. He really did. To a comical degree, really. Like, could you imagine being the main villain for the entire video game? Only for the developers to say, no, not anymore. Like, I know. It was a big mystery how he overcame Midna, how he managed to amass all of his power and suddenly appear out of nowhere. But I mean, villains do that all the time, you know? I don't think we had to address it with, here's Ganon again. Granted, now that I've got, like, my big boy brain, I should go back and play the game. Sadly, it is, like, the only Zelda game that I can't really play right now. Even through illegal means. Supposedly, hypothetically. hypothetically illegal means. Like, I don't want to play... Like, the only version of the game that I could get my hands on is the original GameCube version. And while it's not bad, I really don't want to... I don't really want to go through the intro any slower than I have to. So when I have the potential of getting, say, like, the HD version, and, like, splicing some things here and there, I think I'll wait, you know? I think I'll wait. To just hopefully, eventually, getting that HD remaster again. And, like, I love Zelda games, man. I will gladly pay another 60, hopefully just 60, for the same game again, but, like, slightly better graphics, more consistent gameplay, maybe some new features added here and there. I'll take it, man. I'll take that. I just want it to be convenient. Convenience is so key. Like, if it's not convenient, I'm not gonna be there, you know? Like, Twilight Princess is great, but I don't think it's great enough for me to suffer in setting up an emulation setting thing, or fishing out a Wii U. Cause, like, my Wii U's gone, man. It's been 7 years since the Switch. You think I still have my Wii U? That thing, it's gone. I'm sorry. Physical media should stay around for as long as possible, but I didn't think I needed it anymore, man. Like, can you really blame me? It's been 7 years. One of the first games on Switch was a port of a Zelda game. I kind of expected all of them to come back, you know? I was kind of hoping. I was really hoping. And we've gotten other ports too. And we've gotten Skyward Sword already. That one's weird. Granted, I guess, like, you know, it's first ever port, but still. You know, we got Skyward Sword port, HD version, before we got Twilight Princess port on the Switch. I honestly never thought we'd see Skyward Sword again. I really didn't think we ever would. And I'm so happy we did, because I love Skyward Sword. I think it is easily, like, I don't know about now, you know? I've seen a lot of newer opinions. I feel like maybe Skyward Sword has finally gotten its flowers. But, ooh, man. Oh, I love Skyward Sword. It's got its problems, but it has so many wonderfully done things. I adore it. I adore Skyward Sword. I think it's so good. Like, is it my favorite Zelda? No. Is it a bad Zelda? Not even close. The fact that there's some people out there that are willing to say that it's like the worst Zelda game, as if Zelda 2 doesn't exist and we're not going to count the CDI games, because that's just straight up cheating for a worst Zelda game. Like, that, they made it a contest. they made a contest to see how bad the Zelda games they could make were. Like, come on. Come on. Can't choose a CDI game. Those are cheating. Those are beyond bad. They seem almost intentionally bad, but with Zelda 2, it feels like they were really trying for something new, and I respect a lot of the ideas that Zelda 2 brought in. But Zelda 2 is just genuinely so goddamn ugly. And not only was it ugly, but it was so ugly that its gameplay was worse. Because you could barely tell what was actually on screen, and what was an enemy, and what was a background, and what was foreground, and what was an environment that you could hop on. And then it brought in, like, the RPG issue of, like, constantly reusing battles and re-experiencing the same thing over and over again. Except now it's, like, almost as if you're forced to randomly replay World 1-1 in Mario. Like, could you imagine that? Just, like, on your way to, like, World 7-2, you just have to replay 1-1 again for no reason. for no reason, because you were just walking. Because you were just walking. You were just walking around, and bam, you're doing 1-1 again, for no reason. Or sometimes, you're doing the almost exact same level you did before, except you have a live system, and it sucks, and it hurts. Like, I don't think Zelda should be, like, a Mario-type live game. Like, I don't believe it. Like, even Zelda 1, I think, suffers from that mistake very heavily. I think lives in an adventure game is so stupid. Like, does it make for, like, a fun side mode? Yeah, it does, honestly. Like, it's not terrible. It's just not very good. And hopefully I can beat this enemy commander before my keep falls. Because that would set me back a whole lot of time. Yeah, I can beat Wizro in that time, right? Like, we just hit him super hard, you know? Yeah, we're chipping away real nicely, real heavily. Yeah, we just do that a third time and all that. Oh yeah, yeah, we're already about. Okay. Like, I love Skyward Sword. I think Skyward Sword is so good. And I'm really happy it got the love it deserved. And I've been seeing a lot more of an outcrop of people who actually reminisce on how good of a time it was. And I do think, to an extent, a lot of, like, that comes from the people that were, like, my age at the time. Oh god, I gotta go north now. Like, the people that were my age at the time, they weren't content creators, they didn't have a major social media, and I can only imagine that Skyward Sword was just like a victim of like the older fans just going, oh, it's not like this last one that we actually say now that we like a lot, it's the best one, in fact. Like, I understand liking what you grew up with, but do you gotta shit on other things too? Like, come on. I love Skyward Sword. I love it. And it's so sad to have, like, had for years people call it the worst Zelda game. Which is so mind-numbing to me. Like, it completely baffles me that anyone thought that. Because I always thought, like, we came to a universal agreement that Zelda 2 was easily the worst one. Due to just, like, visuals and unreliable gameplay, outdated level design, poorly aged ways to get through a level and beat a game, you know? Like, I thought we all came to that unanimous decision. And then seeing, like, Skyward Sword to this day getting a crazy amount of hate is so weird. And, like, I know, I'm a huge fan of all things, like, Zelda related. But I swear I'm not defending it. I swear I'm not exclusively, like, just blindly defending it. I swear. I have reasons. The story is just the best one. It actually captures everything it wants to capture in terms of its story. It fleshes out Zelda to an incredible degree. It shows off just why Link would want to rescue Zelda as heavily as he does. It's not just that he's a good guy, it's that they are childhood friends that have grown up together and are probably the most directly hinted at kind of like ship ZeLink that you can mention that, you know, happened before Breath of the Wild, you know, before that one, before that one was the obvious one. And all the characters in the game are just so charming. And while its major flaw is a bunch of backtracking, its biggest benefit is just how good a lot of those areas are. Like, oh my god, they turned the desert into one of the dopest areas in any Zelda game. And one of my favorites in all of gaming. It's so nice to just have such a nice experience going through a goddamn desert. Making it time travel based is so nice. It allows you to really get the feeling that this place has been deserted. This place has been weathered by time and is now nowhere near what it used to be. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I love Skyward Sword, I do. I wish it had a bit more time to cook, you know? I really wish it did. Because Skyward Sword's biggest issue is just how much development conflict they all had. Like, hearing about how heavily the game just kept getting interrupted by people trying to change, by, like, the two leads. It's so sad that they just kept it. Bro is a PNG. I am indeed a PNG. Wait, what was the beneficial one? Oh, they're not telling me. You know, I'm going with this one. I like this one. This one's awesome. Like, when it comes to Skyward Sword's development, I really do... Oh, wait, no, it does tell me. It was fire. Damn. I don't want to choose it now. But I'll... no. Let's level up and... Yeah, you. Like, I adore Skyward Sword, but its flaws are very apparent. And its constant reuse of its environments are probably one of the biggest ones that you could think of. And it's most obvious after playing the game itself. Like, damn, why am I going back to Farron Woods a 5th time? I don't need to be here. I don't. Please. Let me leave. Let me live. They especially make the water dragon look so goddamn bitchy. Like, what do you mean I have to prove myself? I saved your life twice. I freed the forest of evil twice. It's a good start. I don't understand what you mean by that one. But, oh my god, Skyward Sword is so nice to me. I really like Skyward Sword so much. I really wish there was more. I wish there was so much more development time for that game. Saving their life? Yeah. Oh. BRB ad? Aw, damn. Wait, why am I running out of time? Wait, hold on now. Hold on. Wait a second. Why are we counting down? Oh, that's why we're counting down. Oh, I'm a fool. Oh, no. This will regain me 40 seconds, though. Oh, my God. Thank you. Wait, no, it regained me 10 seconds. I don't know where the other one is. I'm just gonna... Small fix to my mistakes, you know? That's not good. Oh, man. But yeah, they do a really messed up job of trying to show off just who the water dragon is. Because the water dragon just... Welcome back, Wireball. The water dragon, you interact with her the most. She is the most interacted with dragon. And for some reason, when you tell her, yeah, I'm the hero of legend chosen by the goddess, you know, that woman you serve, that woman that created you and entrusted everything she ever wanted to be with you, yeah, I'm gonna need, like, your part of the song of, you know, the song, you know the one. Yeah, I need your part in that. And then she stares down at you after she just flooded and murdered everything in the forest that requires water. Or rather, isn't aquatic. She stares down at you and goes, maybe you should, like, prove yourself. You know, I don't think you're all that. Like, come on, man. And it makes her look so bad. When, like, you get to the Thunder Dragon, and he's so chill. He literally has no idea that you saved his life by traveling through time, and that he is now bound to a time crystal. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's not bound to a time crystal. You save his life. You meet up with him. You figure out his sickness. And then in like one day, you fix it forever. You literally save his life just one time. Meanwhile, Water Dragon, you save her life twice. And then she still asks you to prove yourself. Thunder Dragon? Oh, he's so cool. He's so chill. Because Thunder Dragon, you save his life one time, and he just goes, yo, you are so cool. Have my piece of the song. What do you need it for? I don't know. Have it. Like, I don't think there was actually, like, a dialogue option. Like, I played the HD version a couple of years back. Back when I was, you know, originally, you know, streaming on Twitch again. I say that as if I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. But, you know, don't worry about it. You save his life one time. You interact with him one time. And do you know what he does? He instantly gives you the song after doing his thing. And then, what happens after that? He gives you the coolest side quest. The coolest optional objective in the game. He goes, yo, you want a boss rush? Yeah, if you get far enough in this boss rush, you know what you get to unlock? You unlock the Hyrulean Shield. It's unbreakable. It can tank any attack thrown at it. He's so cool. And with the Fire Dragon, he just kind of does his thing, you know? You meet up with him one time, he gives you the song, doesn't really do anything else, you know? He's just there. He fulfilled his mission. And the best part is, he didn't ask for anything. He didn't want any unreasonable bullshit. He just went, oh, you're the guy? Sick. That was it. That's all he did. Like, legitimately, I don't get what they were on when it came to, like, designing for the Water Dragon stuff. Because the Water Dragon... Girl, you don't need to be doing all this. I already saved your life twice. I cleared the forest of evil twice. Oh, man. That's like that's one of the biggest issues with, like, all the backtracking. Is that a character that we've seen multiple times has to have an excuse for as to why why we are given a task at the beginning of coming back to one of the 3 areas we come back to. And it's one of the dumbest of reasons. And we see just how incredibly unhinged she is. She flooded a forest! All to preserve life and get rid of the monsters. She created more monsters. There were more monsters. And this time, they have free reign over the forest. And all like the woodland creatures that were inhabiting the forest are most certainly dead or have abandoned the place. She was just stupid. Like, who knows? Maybe in lore. Maybe in lore. And we didn't see it at the time because canonically we did not come back here to see all the monsters that invaded. And maybe she did get rid of more monsters than we actually see after she flooded the place. Maybe we can hand her that one. But like, why is your first option to nuke the place? Like, that's basically what she did. She nuked the place. Why would that be your solution to this? Like, I understand drastic situations, drastic measures. But like, was it really that drastic? Or did she just not want to bother, like, handling it? You know? I can't help but think that she didn't. Like, she is so up your ass every time you see her. I don't want to be mean to her. Cause, like, maybe she is just doing her job. Being all careful. But she's the one that should be the least careful given, like, what she knows about Link in this context. And yes, this incredibly long rant about an annoying character that doesn't really make too much sense with the actions we have displayed to her is coming from a guy who really thinks Skyward Sword is a top 3 Zelda for him. Yes, I am incredibly critical, but I still love it. What can I say? I'm harshest on the things that I love the most. And God, do I love Skyward Sword. I'm also so harsh on Majora's Mask. I love Majora's Mask, I do. But man, do I wish some of its flaws would just not exist. Like, oh man. Going back to, like, original N64 Majora's Mask is painful, man. Original N64 Majora's Mask is so painful. Because original Majora's Mask is so ugly. And the controls are so nonsensical. Why am I aiming with the arrows? Why am I doing button aiming instead of using the stick? I don't even like using stick, but it makes so much less sense to not use the stick. Why am I not using the stick? You stand still when you're in first person aiming anyway. You don't need to be using the analog stick for movement right now, because it doesn't move. When you start aiming, you don't have the ability to move anymore when you start aiming in the N64 version. In both versions. So you have no reason to do this to me. And yet here you are, doing this to me. How dare you? Oh man, but I love it so much. I love the themes, I love the environment, I love the character interactions. Majora's Mask easily has the best side quests and side missions. Like, they may not be impactful to the story, but they're impactful to your experience. And it's so good for it. It is so nice to just be in the game and actually, like, emotionally attach. Where am I? Okay. To emotionally attach to almost every single NPC to some degree. it's so good of like an interactive world despite its limited interactions, and that's like one of the like craziest parts about it. Like, it's not a massively interactive game. It doesn't have infinite interactions. It's not packed to the brim with excessive amounts of interactions. But the interactions that it has are all incredibly impactful and endear you to every character. And to an extent is almost justified why they have such a limited voice options and actions in the game. And it's because you're canonically in a time loop. Like, of course things are going to be limited. Their lives are literally limited by 3 days, and, you know, whatever else might, you know, be happening. You know, other than the time loop. Potentially a giant moon careening into them. You know, who knows? Who knows why else there'd be such a limited time scale, you know? Who could say? I love Majora's Mask. But the visuals and the aiming in the N64 version is just... not pretty. Not pretty and not well designed. But then you also have the 3DS version, which gives you gyro aim. And I love gyro aim. And it also lets you aim with the C stick when you're aiming. Sorry, my bad. When you're actually using the bow, using any first-person object. You have a much more sensible way than using buttons instead of a stick or, you know, a dot. It's great. It's wonderful. But then, they do a crazy maneuver and go, but like, what if we took out some of the environmental storytelling and world building? And then, on top of taking away from the visual experience, we also take away from the gameplay experience by nerfing your transformations. Why is the Deku Mask so much slower? Why does it fail to even function in some environments that the Deku Mask was designed for? Oh. And then the 3DS version fails to address at all the original biggest problem with the game when it was first received, and it was that its final lead up to its, you know, very last... Thank you, Violet. Why is the final lead up to the very last section of the video game still untouched? Going up that tower is so monotonous in Majora's Mask, and somehow neither version of the game addresses that issue. The issue of constantly going up and down the tower, constantly going back into your menus, constantly changing in and out of your different forms, and while on top of that, constantly having to replay the Elegy of Emptiness like 24 different times. Oh, it hurts. And thank you for the alert, Laura. Like, I love Zelda games. But that's why I'm so critical. 'Cause I'm a little bitch. I'm a little bitch. And I want them to be even better. I'm the worst kind of parent. Oh, what's that? You got a B+, honey? Oh, that's great! You only gotta add 10 more... You've only gotta add 9 more %, and you'll get that A-. Next week, they get it... Next week, the kid gets an A-. They're expecting praise. I say, oh, wow, good job. Only 3 more points, and you'll finally have an A! Wouldn't that be awesome, little dude? And then they study all night They try their heart out. They do everything they can. They drain their social interactions to zero. They have nothing. They've not interacted with their friends for a week. They come back with an A+. They show me a 99%. And they're so excited. They're so happy. Finally. Maybe Papa will appreciate this one. Maybe I've finally gone far enough. Maybe I've finally done it. Oh man, you still need one more point. Wouldn't that be awesome to get a perfect score? What's this about a shot? Come on. Hey man. It's in my blood. I guess I'm not Korean, but you know, I'm still Asian. I might be the worst kind of parent. Because no matter how hard you try, it'll never be enough. Oh, but nah, seriously. I love Zelda games so much. And ooh, I want more Zelda games. And speaking of more Zelda games, let's talk about the Zelda game. The one where you play as Zelda. Oh my god. Hey, thanks Aurora. Thank you for the raid. Hold on. I hate to interrupt Impa, but... Okay, let me... Hopefully this is like a thing that's universal and not something I have to actually create as, you know, a command. So let's see.
Did I jump scare you?
You know?
Yeah, I bet I did. You coward.
Yeah, that's sick.
Your weakness is pathetic.
I have to create that. But you know what? Thank you, Aurora, and I hope you appreciate the attempt. Is this last shout out? Without the space. Gotcha, without the space. Sick. Alright, let me try that. Maybe it's the full word. Unrecognized command. Okay. Hold on. Maybe if I try it like this. Slash, maybe? No matches. Wait, if I try this. Unrecognized command. My bad. I'm so sorry. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy me completely obliterating this Impa. But yeah, I love Zelda games. I really do. But oh, buddy. When it comes to like the new actual Zelda game. The one where you play as Zelda. I am so hoping we get more of that. I really hope that we get more playable Zelda. I would adore it so much. You have no idea how much I've wanted like a duo, like Army of Two type of game where you just constantly swap between characters, where you're just constantly changing between like the grounded Knight Link with a bunch of different ground combos and very heavily like mid to close range, with the contrast of Zelda being either super close range or super far range. I would love that because it sounds so fun. It sounds so cool. Like the idea of making Zelda like a mana-based character that swaps between like different forms of magic, like obviously fire, water, electric, light. I would love that. Maybe even get some like dark magic in her. That'd be so cool. The things I'd do for another playable Zelda. And I hope to God that there is more of it. I hope I get to see the girl become more than just someone in the title. Like hell, she shows up for 30 seconds in Majora's Mask and it's still titled The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. And Zelda's in for 30 seconds. And thank you, Scarlet. 30 seconds in the title. 30 seconds and she is the third word in the title. Listen, the title of Legend of Link has forever been tainted by Zelda 2. But I do think she kind of has to earn it a little bit, you know? Give me like a 10-minute run, you know? That'd be cool. I want it. I want a playable Zelda. I want her to really earn it. Look. Wow. They really made the locomotive sword the highest grade Toon Link sword. Wow. Huh. That's... I was kind of expecting like the full power Master Sword, but you know, I guess I should have. I should have expected it. Yeah, no, the Master Sword already belongs to the other Link. Oh, buddy, I want another Zelda game. That's actually Zelda. I want Zelda game to Zelda game, and Link's there too. You know what? Let's get a complete 360. Not 360. A complete 180 from Majora's Mask, where Link shows up for 30 seconds instead. Okay, let's see. We can equip 3 of them. Speaking of Zelda, you know, yeah. You know, it's a metal-based mission, a light-based mission. Why not? We don't really have too many of them. And I feel like if I go him, it's just kind of cheating. Look at that level 96. I might play a little bit of favorites. Oh, we gotta get Fi in there. Oh yeah, we're showing our love to we're showing our love to them. Yeah. Now, I don't know who our third would be. I'm not down with Agatha. Agatha play is really awkward to me. You know, let's keep up the train with Toon Link. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna need a minute, guys. Wait. The alert didn't go off. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, know what? Let me fix that for you. No worries. Don't worry. I will not cheat you out of this. There we go.
Did I jump scare
Delayed.
you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
Thank you, Critical. I hope no one's trying to fall asleep to the stream. Yeah, I wonder if there's anyone trying to do that right now. Hold on. Quick check. Hey, loser, you still there? You know what? She might have already fallen asleep. Then again, she might be waking up in a bit of a haze. Alright. Alright, well there's that. Let's see. Stars. Okay, do we have any... Yeah, we've got a bunch of those. Yeah, let's get materials going. Yeah, get light going from this one. Alright, then after... We already got slots? No, we don't. Grab slots. We gamble today. And then after that, we don't really have anything else. Do we have materials? We do. Okay, so yeah, that's our most powerful blade now with Toon Link. That's nice. Anything there? Wait, was that top one again? Not that one. That one. That one is... Yep. Slightly increased healing. We take those any day of the week. I have just been monologuing for like a straight hour and a half. My voice is currently dying, and I have not drank enough water, and Hold on, give me like a solid, I have water now. I just had to move ever so slightly over to the left, and now I've got water. Why did it let out air? You are not carbon. You are not carbonated. Why'd you do that? No hydrate redeem? Nah, I've got it on a timer, except I always ignore it. If you scroll up, you'll probably see it. I try my best to keep healthy, but sometimes I get incredibly distracted. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we send Zelda up here. She's already doing stuff. So Zelda goes over there. Toon Link goes there. Alright, sick. But yeah, I really hope that we one day get to see more and more Zelda games. Because I love Zelda. Like, she is such an incredible part of the games and every story. But at the same time, she's also not there. Like, she's this ever-looming presence, but she's never, like, as involved as I wish she could be. As I wish she was, my bad. Because in Skyward... Because in Skyward Sword, oh my god, she's so adorable. And so tragic at the same time to be the first and the, honestly, only one to discover in the series that she is actually kind of a pawn. Well, she is a pawn in the goddess's mission to cleanse the world of a great evil. And then she has to live with the fact that her and Link exclusively exist in order to fulfill that mission. It is so incredibly sad. Especially when she has to come into question of if any of her feelings towards Link are actually real. Or if she's just been destined to feel that way. Or if maybe her love, or if maybe she has been confusing her need, her requirement, and reliance on Link in the future for love. And that's so heartbreaking. Like, the idea of someone you have loved your entire life, growing up as friends, and then slowly, like, the potential for more. Oh my god, having that turned on its head and becoming a question of whether or not it's actually just you using that person for a greater cause, that is so sad. And I love it. I adore drama like that. Like, listen, I understand the appeal of, like, you know, reality TV show drama, like faux drama and all that. I understand the appeal in that. But when it's, like, actually played with a straight face, where it's all meaningful, heavy drama, that's my shit. I love drama. I love that shit. Oh, it takes me so far in terms of investment in the story. Ooh. I love it so much. But oh buddy, I wish she was in more games, because Skyward Sword is kind of like the main one that she is in. Like, not only does she hold such important, like, presence, but she's also, like, a major key aspect. She is the first awakened reincarnation of the goddess. So obviously, she feels a little disconnected because she's constantly being taken away. You're constantly one small step too far behind. And it's magnificent seeing her slowly creep away as you inch closer and closer, but she still isn't in reach yet. Oh, so awesome. Oh. And you know what? I know this one's gonna come out of nowhere. And it's gonna be going in a very opposite direction of what I'm sure many would expect with the way I talk about Zelda. But I kind of hate when people like exclusively ship Link and Zelda. Like, listen, ZeLink is literally the canon ship. I understand that. It's the destined ship. I know this. I'm aware of that. I'm not stupid. The knight gets with the princess. The wandering, adventuring knight gets with the princess. It's obvious. It's on the face. It's right there. It's the most clear thing that you could possibly do. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't really work for some games because then it becomes incestuous. Like, if you were to ship every Link and Zelda, that means you would be shipping Link and Zelda in Ocarina of Time and in Twilight Princess. And if you know a bit, if you know a good chunk on lore, that should already be sending some red flags. Or maybe you just didn't like connect the dots like this. But the fact is that if you constantly ship Link and Zelda, and Link in Twilight Princess is confirmed to be the descendant of the hero of time, and you are to say that you constantly ship Link and Zelda, that means when you ship Ocarina, Link and Zelda, that means they eventually have in their blood, they eventually have their descendant, you know, Twilight Princess Link. And yeah, you don't think too heavily about that, but then you remember, oh right, Zelda's in Twilight Princess, obviously. And if you ship Link and Zelda from there, it becomes really bad. Because obviously, that royal family has almost certainly not changed, considering the name has been continuously passed down. Zelda is still called Zelda. And if Link is a descendant of Link, then that puts us in a very awkward situation with Twilight Princess Link and Twilight Princess Zelda. And it becomes very bad very quickly. Because if you ship those two, then it's just incest. And that's not good. Like, come on, man. I think for any hardcore ZeLink shipper, you gotta pack it up when it comes to specifically like Ocarina Link. I think that's the one you ignore. That's the one where you go, yeah, ZeLink isn't real here. Because it makes the most sense. You know, Epona's song has been passed down. Twilight Princess Link knows it. He plays it constantly for his version of Epona, and once again, Epona exists in Twilight Princess, likely heavily implying that Link and Malon have settled down, and they've passed down the name of their horses, of, you know, Impa. Oh, not Impa. What? Where did I get that one from? They've passed down the name of Epona through the ages, and potentially this Epona that we have in Twilight Princess is also a descendant of the first Epona that we know. Like, it's entirely possible that's all that, you know? It's very plausible. And I think every ZeLink shipper just kind of has to stand down for this one. Because if not, it's weird. I didn't make the rules. I just know when you're being weird. But, oh god. Where did this one come from? Oh yeah. A bunch of, like, mini tangents. Can you believe that I started this stream talking about Sonic Rush? I love Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush is so cool. But, oh man. Oh, I can't handle it when it comes to, like, the idea of, like, Ocarina, ZeLink, and Twilight, ZeLink coexisting. Just kind of, you know, that's not my goat. That's not my man. It can't be. He would never stand for this. He wouldn't. Never. Hardcore Mal and Link shipper right here. Because I don't want the other. I also just love Malon. I love Malon. She's an adorable character. Despite her limited appearances and very little impact on the overall story, I still think she does a phenomenal job at not only showing off like the overall world and being a big piece of Zelda history in my eyes, as just being a part of Ocarina of Time and being a fairly notable part, having probably the best side quest in... Yeah, probably the best side quest in Ocarina, where not only do you get Epona, but you also, you know, you learn a song. It's really cool. It's really sweet. It's one of the first optional songs that you can... It's one of the first optional songs that you can acquire. And not only is it that, but it also gives you a good deal of cinematic moments with Ocarina Link, despite the limitations of it being originally an N64 game. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I love Mal and Link. Ethically correct. Ethical shipping, what can I say? Oh god. Okay, you guys gotta stop. Thank you. There we are. There we are. That's better. Like, I think when it comes to Zelda starring in Zelda games, I've always wanted to see it ever since probably like Majora. To a degree, Majora. Because Majora was like when I really started questioning why she was in the title. And then, you know, Twilight Princess was the thing, and I went, damn. Yep. She earned it. Like, Twilight Princess is such a good game. Twilight Princess is such a good Zelda game. And while I do think it was weak in a good chunk of parts when it came to delivering its epic story, it was still very good. And I do wish there was a bit more incentive to use the optional moves. I would have loved to see that. But a lot of them are just kind of there. Like, I think how I envision like a Twilight Princess 2, if we ever got one, is a bit more of a heavy focus on potential uses for the hidden techniques. I would love to see that. Like, just really expand on the combat. Because that was probably like one of the biggest things in terms of game design choices that went really far. Plus, like, the world itself. I would love to see even more of that world. Just like that super, super dark era Zelda. Phantom Hourglass, yeah. Oh, yeah, Four Swords too. You know what also, like, really made me super happy? Was when in Spirit Tracks, she was just such a big part of the game, and actually, like, a major part of the gameplay too. Like, I think that has to be... Man, do I wish I remember more of the DS era, though. I should replay... Yeah, I should replay, like, DS era stuff. Yeah, DS era definitely feels like something that I could do. I know I've got it legally downloaded on my heavy DS. Yeah, that's what I'll call it. That's what I believe the name is. My heavy DS that I'm currently playing this on. Your aunt threw away your DS when you were 11? That's straight up evil. That might be one of the evilest things I have heard today, and I've been talking about literal video game villains. Come on now. Throwing away a kid's DS? Oh, that's evil. That's cartoonish villain evil right there. Come on now. Oh, that sucks. It wasn't my DS, but it was my 3DS. It was my special 3DS my 3DS XL Majora's Mask Special Edition. Some years have passed. I had basically stopped playing on my 3DS for a long while. My sister wanted to borrow it. She wanted to play through some Pokemon games and some Zelda games, and I was like, fuck yeah. Yes, I do want this. I want you to hop on those games right now. I need you to do this. So obviously, I very happily obliged. I did it in my very enthusiastic, very enthusiastic, very excited. Had to contain myself ever so slightly at least. But when I tell you, I have never been more pissed off 2 weeks later in my life. Hold on. I'm gonna... Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's open? Weird. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, this should still work, right? Alright, let's see. Oh, I don't even have it on here? That's weird. Man, I went that far. Damn. Okay, hold on. There you are, right? Hey, there I am. I'm real. Alright, so check it. So, a beautiful thing, right? It's gorgeous. It's awesome. Granted, weird color scheme for the game that's primarily purple, like the mask is purple, a lot of the environments are fairly purple, a lot of poison going on. So when I handed her this magnificent thing that I paid good money for, when I found it, she didn't give this back to me. When I found it, about 2 weeks later, it was in pristine condition when I gave it to her. And, y'all want to see how it looks now? Because I promise you, it's not pretty. This is the main menu. It looks like someone put ink inside the screen. There are cracks on the internals. What the hell? I don't know if it was specifically her, because I know in a house with 6 people, a lot of things get moved around. And I have 2 elderly people, my grandma and my grandpa. I love them very much. But I'm gonna be honest here. If I find out one of them did this by setting... Okay, so for context, the way I found this thing was that they were under a group of textbooks. when I found this thing, it was under a group of textbooks. The thing is, my sisters are not very cleanly. Their books are scattered everywhere. So, one of two things. Either one of my grandparents cleaned up after them and ended up accidentally putting all their textbooks on top of this very, very important thing to me. Or my sister put her textbooks on this thing. And my God, does that make me violently upset to think about. Because if I find out one of my grandparents did this to me, did this to one of my prized possessions, I better be on the top of that goddamn will. Like, I mean, I don't mean to sound, I don't know, harsh, but this thing's important to me. Yeah, I really like this thing. And I can't even read the outskirts of it. Like, I know it's super doomer for me to say, but you know, no, I let my sister borrow this thing that I value super heavily. And you're telling me that my good deed goes punished? I can't help but think of the quote that no good deed goes unpunished. And I feel so doom and gloom. Like, come on, man. Like, really? I was nice once. I did a good thing. I let my sister experience video games. A Nintendo 3DS XL is what it is. I let my sister play on the thing for like 2 weeks. And somehow, it comes out more broken and busted than I could ever imagine. Like, come on, man. Did I really deserve that? I know I'm not the most amazing guy on the planet. But really? Insane first world problems. But come on, man. Upper LCD? I don't know what those things mean. But I might say yes. I'm so sad about it. Granted, I know. I know, like, when it was busted, I hadn't really used it or played with the thing for basically years. But come on. That's just mean. That's just a cruel act right there. You were thinking of the Nintendo 2DS. I still can't believe they made a 2DS. I wonder how well that thing sold, or how well it didn't sell. Because, I mean, as a consumer, that just sounds worse, right? Like, just numerically, it sounds worse. And much less phonetic, right? Like, you want all your things to be 3D, so, like, why would you buy the Nintendo 2DS? You already have a DS, you already have a 3DS, why do I need a 2DS? Yeah, I'm really curious how well that line sold. Because I have to imagine it sold decently well for it to get, like, another remake. Like, it got, like, the Nintendo 2DS XL, you got that one. So I have to imagine it sold decent. Like, decent enough to justify making an XL version at least. But it's still pretty wacky. Okay, That's awkward. Oh god. Oh wow. That's... Oh no! We ain't have anything for health. Quick! Kill it. Wow, it actually killed. Just spam it. Just spam click as heavy as possible. Quick, Nydal. Lock in. Come on, man. Just be dead. Yes! It will die. It died! Oh, I'm magnificent. Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, it wasn't my Impa. Oh, I thought that was mine. Why'd I think that when I brought in the other guy and I... Ooh, I don't know. But I can promise you I want to be away from that. I just gotta survive another minute. Yeah, you can catch me anywhere else. I've got 1,500 kill. No, my bad. My bad. You know, can't be too harsh on myself. I have 1,600.3 kills. I'm not letting myself go down like this. Because I know for a fact, for a complete fact, that I'm getting an A rank on this, unless I have taken too much damage, where I will then get a B. But I will not go down without beating every... Oh, there was no heal. Oh, there's no heal on level up. Oh, that's actually terrible for me. Ooh. You guys don't get to move at all. I am activating the cutscenes. All of them. Every single one. In fact, I win. Whew. Whew. I wish I had Magna Hands. I really wish I could just like absorb all these things. I don't know if I automatically pick them up. I hope I do. But I don't want to risk that I don't. You know? Let me just wander over here for a bit. Materials, weapon, material, other material. I don't know if I got it. I don't think I did. Alright, lockout. Alright. That went well, I think. And I think I've put enough damage on my voice. I think I've done enough. I didn't do too many of these, but it was a lot of fun to rant, and I'll probably do this some other time. Like this exact same thing. This. Because I already have like an obsession with mindlessly pressing buttons. So doing that and just ranting to a microphone, I like that. I like that a lot. So I'll probably be doing exactly this some other time. But for now, tell me who to raid. Let's see. Who do we got here?